There's a saying, what gets you here from junior to middle level is not going to get you there from middle level to top leadership positions. It's quite true because the competence is no longer about industrial experience, business knowledge, or technical abilities. It's much more focused on you're a high-performing manager, you always meet your business goals, and sometimes you even exceed the target. The performance reviews from your manager have always been top-notch. But for some reason, when it comes to the next level promotion from middle to senior, it seems that you've always been passed over. But when you try to find out the reason why you've been passed over, the answers from your manager and your HR all seems to be vague and unsatisfying, leaving you to feel frustrated and confused what exactly you need to improve. Promotional decisions at this level seems to be arbitrary, political, and biased. The most important is that you are left on your own to figure out what's between the lines of these feedbacks and what exactly you need to work on to achieve your goal. If that sounds like you, that was definitely me when I was in the middle management level not long time ago before I was being promoted to the senior leadership position. And this video is then for you, because we are going to talk about why our high-performing managers fail to get promoted and what you can do about it. In case you are new to this channel, my name is Tiffany Chen. I'm the former Vice President of Communication at the Volvo Group and Atlas Copco Group. Now, I help middle managers in large organizations to get top leadership positions through influence, so that they can make more, impact more, and become more. So if you want more advices and tips on this topic, be sure to subscribe to this channel or click the bell button so that you are notified every week when I post a new video. I want to let you know the free masterclass, How Not to Stay in the Middle Management and Get a Top Leadership Position for More Impact and Income is still open. If you want to fast track your career and get a top leadership position, or if you want to join the 1% Academy program, please stick around till the end of the video where I will be announced how you can join both. Let's start from the reason why high-performing managers fail to get promoted. And the very number one reason is HR and your manager are giving you vague feedback on purpose because they do not want to lose a great performer. There's a saying, what gets you here from junior to middle level is not going to get you there from middle level to top leadership positions. It's quite true because the competence is no longer about industrial experience, business knowledge, or technical abilities. It's much more focused on soft skills, and it's very hard to nail down what are these soft skills. For example, when you're in the middle management, you are implementing process, you are rolling out strategies, and you are managing team and you want to give them a positive environment. So teamwork is a competence that you must have. When you go to a senior leadership position, acquiring, developing, and retaining talent is going to be a must to have, while teamwork seems to be nice to have at that point. Another example is perhaps you have been demonstrating you are great at managing a hybrid team and deliver complex projects. But in the next level, strategic thinking seems to be the priority and you have not been able to show you have that leadership capacity. The next mistake is you made yourself irreplaceable in your current position. This is a huge mistake I have made myself, which I've suffered so much from it. I made myself feel so important that I cannot even go for a week of vacation without thinking of my team and let my team feel they cannot survive or thrive without me there. Being a leader is much less about supervising and managing your team as you may think. It's much more about enabling the people and developing the people, empowering your team to function without you being there day in and day out. The next mistake is excelling at problem solving. That means whenever you hear a problem from your team, you jump in and solve it for them. That reinforces to your team the best way to get problem solved is to come to you. When you want to demonstrate you are ready for a senior leadership role, it's much less about solving the problem with speed because you are going to do it yourself. It's more about mentoring, coaching, giving the guidance, support, and even have the patience for your team to develop their own problem-solving skills. This requires you to provide the support to your team and even have the patience allowing mistakes and time lost without owning the problem yourself. The next mistake is you are being too easy on your people. You are probably very popular and many people in your company want to come and work for you, but you are not really growing and stretching your team members. As a result, what you are really attracting is B players, talent who are good but not great. When you're in the senior executive role, you want to attract A players, people who are ready for a push and more challenges. The next mistake is that you want to be liked by everyone. It's of course good to have a friendly relationship with your subordinates, but you are there to lead, not to make friends. If you are targeting a senior leadership position, it's much more important for you to create that environment that can bring out the best in everyone than to make friends with all your subordinates. The next mistake is you are master of implementing corporate initiatives and you have become the go-to person for rolling out a process or continuous improvement. When you make this mistake, you fail to give the evidence that you are able to initiate a large-scale change that can give your company a transformational result. The next mistake is being overly competitive. This is a great competence to have when you are in a junior level, especially you are a salesperson. But when you go to a senior leadership position, it's much more about resolve conflict, manage tensions, get things right instead of being right. The next mistake is you say, I don't play politics. You should of course be authentic to your own value and the competence you have developed over the years. But you also need to understand the power dynamics of your organization. For example, you can ask yourself these questions. How are decisions made in my company? And who is the most influential person in the room? Sometimes it's not really the person with the biggest job title. And stakeholder management. Understand how does one change impact all the other power interests in the room? Who should be involved more and who should be informed and involved ahead of everyone else? If you are ignoring all this with the attitude of I don't play politics, you are really misunderstanding the environment you are trying to operate and navigate. So learn to love playing politics in your office. It will help you to work smarter, build strategic relationships, and influence with ease. To help you to influence with impact, I have developed a 3-step workbook for you so you can download for free in the comment area below. The next mistake is you think hard work will speak for itself. Let me tell you something, your manager doesn't spend as much time thinking about you than you thinking about you. If they are not aware of how you are adding value to your company, it will be very difficult for them to justify why they need to promote you. Of course, you will be left feeling underpaid and undervalued. These are the key mistakes you might be making. If you want to know all the other possible mistakes that you want to become aware of, you can download the checklist in the comment area below. It's called the 17 qualities you need to be promoted from middle to top management. Now, let's move on and talk about how you can get to the senior leadership promotion. The very first thing I would suggest you to do is to ask for feedback and listen actively. It's a lot harder than it seems. Listen actively means that you want to set aside all your own thoughts, beliefs, and even your emotion and be completely open-minded. Let me give you 3 tips how you can ask for the true feedback from your HR or your manager while listen actively. The first and most important is you want to demonstrate the sincere desire you want to understand. First, you want to understand no one likes to give difficult feedbacks. This is true for your manager and HR as well. So they will be reluctant to provide you the truth behind why you are not being promoted. And what you want to do is to make them feel comfortable, to provide them the feeling that you are really being sincere, you want to understand. What you don't want to do here is to lobby or argue with them. And also, you don't want to ask a very vague, big question, how can I improve? Your question can look like this: what capabilities do I need to develop or demonstrate in order for me to be considered for that senior level positions in the near future? Second is you want to watch out your reactions. Any body language or comment that is demonstrating you are being defensive will calm them down and lead them to move to something easy for you to listen. And as a result, you will get vague feedbacks. For example, we need you to have more leadership skills, or we just need someone who are more seasoned. Next, you want to ask clarifying questions. For example, when you hear a manager saying in the feedback, you need to develop leadership capacity, you need to improve communication skills, and it's not so clear to you what exactly do they mean. You can ask a clarifying question. When you mentioned I need to improve communication skills, can you be more specific on that? The next step to help you to get to the top leadership position is to understand how politics works in your organization. Large organizations are political machines. If you manage to understand how are decisions made in your organization, who is the most influential person, how to influence, and stakeholder management, you are much better positioned to move up and participate in that senior level. The next thing you want to do is to learn about industry trends. You can read thought leadership articles, go to summit conferences, and to up-level your own knowledge. When you have a conversation with a senior leader, they are much less interested in the operational and technical aspect of your job. They are much more curious to understand the trends of the industry, the patterns they can learn so that they can grow and develop their own organization. The next thing is you can ask to lead high-profile projects or cross-functional initiatives. When you have done an outstanding job with these type of venture projects, you've not only increased your own value in your company, but you have demonstrated that you are able to influence different stakeholders, manage complicated bottlenecks, and deliver results at a higher level. I have a step-by-step process in the 1% Academy program to help middle managers in large organizations go from staying stuck in the middle management level for years to get to the senior leadership position and become 1% in their own company in terms of income and impact. If you want to understand more, I'd encourage you to join my free training, which you will get all the 6 steps to advance from middle management to top leadership positions. In the free training, I will show you all the steps my clients have used to go from feeling stuck all the way to break through and get their senior leadership position. Or if you want to apply to work with me in the 1% Academy program, please go to the link in the comment area and you will see the next steps. If you find this video helpful, you will need this video, how to get a sponsor and accelerate your career growth. I will see you there.